Hello everyone, and welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. In our previous conversation, we started exploring the values required in today's world, and it's a topic that really resonates with me. We're constantly navigating a sea of information, and it can be so overwhelming. Trying to figure out what truly matters. Among all those values, there are two that I feel are absolutely essential in the coming era: connection and empathy. These aren't just buzzwords, they're the very foundation of how we relate to each other and build meaningful lives. Today, I want to dive deeper into why connection and empathy are so crucial in our modern world, and how they profoundly impact our lives. Past connections versus future connections. Let's take a moment to think about how connections used to work. In the past, our lives were often centered around family and local communities. Who to connect with was largely predetermined by our circumstances, and we lived in close proximity to those around us. It was a world where relationships were built on shared experiences and physical presence. However, the digital revolution has completely transformed how we connect. The development of the internet and social media has opened up a world of possibilities, allowing us to connect with people from all corners of the globe, transcending physical distances. We can now form relationships with individuals who share our interests and values, regardless of where they live. But here's the paradox: although the number of people we connect with has increased exponentially, hasn't the opportunity to feel truly connected from the heart actually decreased? It's a common experience, isn't it? We might have hundreds, even thousands, of online friends. But how many of those connections feel truly genuine and meaningful? It's a fact that many people feel lonely, even though they're constantly connected through social media. We scroll through feeds, see glimpses of other people's lives, but often feel more isolated than ever. Why is that? The reason why empathy is needed. The answer lies in the distinction between mere connections and connections that are built on empathy. We can have countless followers, likes, and comments, but if there's no one who truly understands our feelings, we still feel a deep sense of loneliness. Conversely, having just one person who understands us, who truly sees us for who we are, can warm our hearts and give us a profound sense of security. It's like having a safe harbor in a storm. Empathy is the ability to understand and empathize with the other person's feelings. It's about putting ourselves in their shoes, seeing the world from their perspective, and offering genuine compassion. It has the power to create deep, lasting connections in our hearts and alleviate the isolating feeling of loneliness. What connection and empathy bring? Connection and empathy bring three main things to our lives: enriching our experiences in profound ways, sense of security and mental stability. When we feel understood and accepted by someone, we gain a deep sense of security. When our feelings and thoughts are validated, we feel it's okay to be here, that we belong. This sense of security reduces stress, calms our anxieties, and leads to greater mental stability, opportunities for growth and learning. Connections built on empathy open us up to new perspectives and ways of thinking. When we truly listen to others, we discover there's this way of thinking, or there are people who live this way. These realizations broaden our horizons and help us grow as individuals. Joy and fulfillment in life. When we have relationships where we can connect from the heart and empathize with each other, life becomes infinitely richer and more meaningful. It's fun to be with this person, we think, or talking to this person energizes me. These relationships bring joy, laughter, and a sense of purpose to our daily lives. How to foster connection and empathy. So, how can we cultivate connections with empathy in our lives? It starts with two key ingredients: an attitude to try to understand the other person, and opening up ourselves. Here are some practical tips. Listen carefully to the other person's story to the end. Give them your undivided attention, and truly hear what they have to say. Empathize with the other person's feelings, saying, "That must have been tough." Acknowledge their emotions and let them know you understand. Be honest about your true feelings and what you felt. Share your own experiences and vulnerabilities, creating a space for authentic connection. Just being mindful of these things creates connections at a deep level of the heart, not just superficial connections. It's also essential to convey small words of gratitude. A simple, "Thank you for always listening to me," or "I'm really happy to have you," can go a long way in connecting hearts and building deeper relationships. Summary. Today, we explored the importance of connection and empathy in our lives. The form of connection has changed, but true connection requires empathy. Empathy brings a sense of security, growth, and joy in life. To foster empathy, it's important to try to understand the other person and open up yourself. In the coming era, in order for us to live happier lives, relationships where we can empathize with each other, not just connecting, are essential. Next time, we'll talk about self-understanding and self-acceptance. In order to value connections with others, it's very important to first understand yourself. Please look forward to the next video. Thank you for listening to the end. See you in the next episode.